Alrighty, let me show you what's going on here. So, the main place they like to hide underground when I take them outside is on this side now, which is the opposite side where they used to nest with that big bit of sphagnum moss. So today what I did is, like, there was this huge thing of mold growing, so, yeah, I took them outside and got rid of the mold, sort of freshened up things a bit. I didn't add any sand, I just took away the stuff that had got a bit yucky. Got rid of all the toothpicks and put a new one, and it's got a tiny piece of chicken and some stuffing on that toothpick. I've decided I'm going to try as much as possible to put food on toothpicks so that it's easier to clean and hopefully not get another big thing of mold growing. I probably should have taken a picture of the mold or some video, but yeah, no, this morning it looked pretty bad. But when I took it outside, it had sort of died away a bit, I guess. I don't know if it was actually dead, but, you know, mold, I think, like certain conditions, I haven't actually looked it up, but maybe by taking it outside, I'd reduced the conditions for it to live. Because I know last night, when I looked at it, there was, like, just a bit of mold growing, but I wasn't sure if it was mold. And, you know, I dropped a bit of water on it to see what would happen, and, you know, it sort of sunk down, but by morning, that water seemed to help it grow more, so yeah. Took it away, everything's nice and clean again. Yeah, I tried as much as possible when I was moving the sand not to upset the ants, but some of the sand was stuck together, so it was really difficult to pull it out, especially because I'm using chopsticks and not tweezers. Yeah, so I checked them down here, and here is where they've got their little tunnel, and they've broken back through to the surface after I, you know, push things around again, sort of exploring, and I just brought them back in, so I guess they'll start bringing everyone back to the surface. Whoops, let me just see if I can focus in here. There you go. Lighting's not the best. Yeah. So I guess we'll find out if they like chicken. I also gave them some of Mum's cheesecake, but they didn't really seem that into it. Today, when I checked them, the cheesecake had disappeared while they're outside, so I don't know if that means they ate it or if something else came along and ate it. They were pretty into the grape for a while. That lasted quite a while, but, you know, I just decided to get rid of it in the end. Actually, I think that might have disappeared as well, so I think some animal, you know, maybe a bird came along and ate those things. I don't know, because I think when I looked at the toothpicks, I don't really remember, but I'm pretty sure things were missing. I really should have paid more attention, hey. Probably filmed it so you could see what I was doing. Anyway, that's all for now. And the ants are happy again! Yay! And yeah, there's a little ant on that, bit of chicken, if I can focus on it, but, that's one that fell in the water and I put him there. So, I don't know, trying to give a hint that there's something there. Go and tell your friends. I don't know if they ate any of it yet, but it looks like it's sort of gone a little bit hard now. Oh, gross. I don't know, I'm gonna figure out something they want to eat. Haven't really caught any caterpillars lately. There are a lot of spiky caterpillars wandering around the pavement, but I don't know if they're safe to feed the ants because, like, they're spiky, so they're saying, like, get away. I don't know, I suppose I could try and Google which ones they are. Anyway, good night, busy ants. Alright, so updating on this, as you can see, I have changed the dirt on top because there was still some mold growing this morning, overnight, yeah. And I thought, well, that's shit. So I looked up how to get rid of mold, and I think one of the mistakes I've been making is putting too much water in there. Because apparently ants like humidity, although for some reason mine don't like staying down here where I assumed it was more humid. No, they like going into the glass area. But, you know, I had been spraying a bit of water in there because I thought maybe they wanted that, but no, that just makes the mold grow because mold also likes humidity. So I took them outside again and scraped up all the mold away It's that sort of white, fluffy looking mold. And yeah, after looking it up, you know, you're supposed to dry it out. It doesn't like sunlight, so I gave them a sort of semi-shade, so that the sun would hopefully kill off some of the mold, but without cooking the ants. And then another thing, it was on this Ants Britannia, but spelt wrong, so like Ants Britannia, or I don't know. British ant channel was like, oh, another thing you can do is smother the mold. So I scraped as much out as I could, and then hopefully covered it all up so to suffocate the mold. Yeah, and then put some fresh dirt over the top, and I tried to get similar dirt to what I found these guys nearby, you know, nearby where these guys lived. I mean, they were living in my plastic box in the shed, but around that area there's a bunch of dirt, so I got some of that dirt and some other dirt and sort of mixed it up a little bit. Yeah, and so I've got this little bug that's shaped like a thorn. I haven't actually looked up what they're called. I caught it a few days ago. It was like hanging around in the dog's water bowl, I think. Oh look, one's just found it. Yeah, hanging around in the dog's water bowl, and I rescued it from that. But I thought, oh, I can feed it to the ants. It's not looking too good, so you know, it probably won't last very long. I put it in a jar. Where's that jar? I put it away. I put it in the jar that I usually catch what I think are queen ants in, and you know, sealed it up and thought, it'll run out of air. It took 2 days for it to die, and I don't know if it died because of lack of air or because of hunger. So, didn't really realize how little air they needed to survive. So that's a little thorn bug thing. And then yeah, they didn't like the little chicken bit I gave them yesterday, and they didn't like the cheesecake. They just seem to like pure sugar. So what I've done with this new toothpick is I wet it a little bit. I got a fresh, clean toothpick, ran it under the water, and then dipped it into the sugar bowl. And yeah, it's created a nice little tower of sugary goodness, which they have discovered and are getting into. So I think that's what I'm going to do, because, you know, I don't want to feed... I don't know what mold feeds on, but, you know, I think leaving sugar and, like, food around isn't good, and it's hard to scrape up sugar if they don't eat it all. So I think this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to put sugar on the ends of toothpicks, and then if they don't eat it all and if it starts getting gross, I can just pull it out and chuck it away, get a fresh one. So generally, if I can stick it to a toothpick, that's how I'm going to feed them. Now, this little bug, I suppose I could have stabbed it onto a toothpick, but with bugs, they tend to drag them around a bit, so I thought, no worries, I won't bother. And I can always, like, it's big enough that I can grab it out with some chopsticks. I'm not too worried about that. It's stuff like sugar that's really difficult, or like little bits of bread and whatever. Oh my god, can you stop falling in? They keep falling into the water today, and I don't know why, if it was like, they're just going a little bit crazy. It's not heaps hot or anything. They've been out all day, but the weather's been a bit up and down. It was a bit warm in the middle of the day, but then it changed to being windy, and yeah. Oh, okay, look, I'll rescue you. A little bit hard for me to do while I'm holding the camera, because I'm trying to see what I'm doing. Let's see if I can... Okay, I'm going to concentrate on what I'm doing. Come on in, get in there. There you go. Oh, I missed it on camera. Sorry, it's really hard for me to... Because, like, I can't look at the camera and then do it properly. I need to look at it in real life. You know, ant rescued. No one else fallen in. Now down here, if I turn this off, can we get a better view of whoever's coming up? Yep, they're all hiding in there again. So gradually are they bringing anyone up? I'm sure they'll bring their eggs up again. Yeah, alright. Ooh, they've started nibbling on the bug. There's one gotten right under that wing. Fun, fun, fun. I hope it still has some nutritional value after spending a couple of days in a jar, but they seem pretty happy with it. Well, that's funny. They chucked a lot of dirt overboard. Some of it came off my chopstick when I was trying to do stuff, but no, a lot of that happened overnight. They just chucked the dirt overboard. I don't know why. Maybe they didn't like that particular dirt, or maybe they were just trying to build a tunnel and figured they'd throw the excess away. I don't know. They're all along the side again. And they're still eating the bug. There were a bunch eating the bug last night. Yeah, maybe not so much now. They probably got all the good bits out. Anyway. Whoa. Can you see that little one latched onto the leg of that other one? It's a bit hard to see it on camera. And what are they doing? They're dragging it around, pulling on its antennae and all that. And it's not happy. I don't know, every now and then I see them, I don't know if they're fighting or what, but having some kind of disagreement. Oh my god, what is going on? Yeah, I don't know. And it's one of those ones with a larger backside, I think. Slightly larger. It's a bit hard to tell. Run! Where'd you go? Run! Okay, some other ones are talking to it now. Are they also gonna be dicks, or are they gonna look after it? Yeah, I think that's one of the ones... Okay, looks like she's gone down a tunnel, maybe. Yeah, I think that was one of the ones that I thought might be like a little queen or something. It's about the same size as the other workers, but I don't know, because it's been... Oh, is that the same one? It's been a while, right? At least a month since I caught these, I think. And I'm still seeing tiny little eggs pop up, so I think... I don't know for sure, but I might actually have a queen in here somewhere. At least one queen. And maybe they are the same size. I've lost... But yeah, maybe they are the same size as the workers in this species. I don't know. Because I think it depends on what type of queen the ants have. Like how much bigger she is. And I don't know. I just see some that seem to have different backsides. And I wonder, are they queens? Is it this species? But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just weird to see them seeming to fight every now and then. What's going on over here? You know, like sometimes it's hard to tell if they're helping each other or not, you know. Yeah, if we look down here, can we see any... Oh, it's a bad angle. But yeah, when I look, like, you know, there are pupae, but I also see little eggs. And, you know, apparently the life cycle from egg to adult is, was it 6 to 10 weeks? But I'm definitely seeing some that are still tiny, so I feel like someone in here is laying eggs. And in some species, like the worker ants, can lay eggs if there's no queen. They just turn out to be infertile males, I think, or I don't know, it depends on species. So I suppose it's always possible that the workers are laying eggs, but I don't think I'm seeing any increase in males yet. Although I guess it would take a while for that to really show up. But yeah, interesting. It's too bad I don't know what species these are, and my camera can't really... Yeah, I can't really zoom enough to get a clear picture. Like, the zoom is a bit dodgy at this level. So, yeah, I have no idea what species they are. Anyway. This little guy was nibbling on one of my Chinese elms, which is growing like crazy at the moment, so I was just pinching back the new growth, and yeah, I found this. It's pretty big, so I think it's been eating my Chinese elm for a while, actually. Yeah, and I actually thought I'd killed it. This time I tried, rather than putting it in a jar, like I did with the thorn bug, I tried drowning it in the water, but yeah, I keep overestimating how much air bugs need. So it's sort of woken up and has been thrashing around and, walking all over the place. The ants are pretty determined to take it down. Yeah, I've just been watching to make sure the ants can do the job and that they don't need me to help. Yeah, I think they're starting to win, because it was moving around a lot more before, but yeah, kind of interesting, the struggle of nature, and look at him go. I think these little green caterpillars are one of their favourite foods, so yeah. It's been a while since I've given them one, because, I just haven't been finding them. Ooh. Yeah, just sort of making sure that it doesn't hurt my ants. But yeah, they seem to be doing an okay job. Slowly, slowly getting there. At least it stopped walking around. Yeah, it's super close to the where they're keeping all their eggs and stuff, so if it hit that, the ants would be going even crazier than they already are. Whoop. Yeah, I think this caterpillar was having trouble walking on the dirt, because it would try and hold on, but then the dirt would come with it. And I think that's why the ants are having more success with this caterpillar than they have with others. Smaller caterpillars, I think that's before I put the dirt in anyway, so maybe the previous sandy stuff was easier for them to walk on, but also they tended to get over to the glass, and once the caterpillars get onto the glass, they really can hold on. Whereas this one is walking on that new dirt I put in yesterday, which is quite dry, so the particles don't stick together very well, and I think that's why it's had trouble getting around. But yeah, it looks like it's just about lost the fight, eh? So those are some happy ants. They've still been nibbling on that thorn bug thing, but yeah, I think now they're probably going to start ignoring it and just look at the caterpillar. Because they really love caterpillars. They don't leave anything behind when they have a caterpillar. Then yeah, there's still some that are going on the little sugar stick I put in. But yay, they haven't had meals that they really like for a while. I tried them with cheesecake, and I've tried them with chicken, and I've tried them... they were getting a bit bored of the dog food. So, happy campers. Yeah, okay, I think they've won now. Sorry I didn't film the part where the caterpillar was going really crazy, but yeah, I was just keeping an eye on them to make sure that the ants were okay with the whole battle, but I suppose I should trust them more. Oh no, it's still going. Or unless they're dragging it. Sometimes it's hard to know if an insect is doing something or if it's the ants dragging them around. But yeah, no, I should trust the ants more. But yeah, I guess that was that risk that it would get up on the glass and then fall into the water anyway, and then, I'd have to put it back, so... Yay! Good job this time, ants. Didn't even get the chance. It's almost all gone. Tasty. No more caterpillar. Completely gone. They love caterpillars so much. I only give them those green ones. There are some spiny ones walking around, but I'm a bit worried that they're not going to be good for the ants. But yeah, that's what you get, little caterpillar, for trying to eat my Chinese elm trees.